Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have 12 brand new release perfumes to take you through. I didn't do one of these videos in July because there was only a few new ones that I'd managed to get hold of, but now into August, loads of them have started coming out, I guess getting ready for Christmas, which is just a few months away now. So I'm going to take you through all these different new releases, explain what they smell like, and then I have detailed videos on pretty much all of them as well if you want more details, so I'll leave those linked down below. But if you are new here, then hi, welcome. I have hundreds and hundreds of other perfume videos just like this. Every month I usually do a new perfumes one, so I'll leave those linked. And if you're a regular but you haven't subscribed yet, then do hit that subscribe button and show your support. And you can now sign up to my newsletter and check out my blog. I'll leave the link down below. And as always guys, I will leave the links to where you can buy all these perfumes in the description box in UK, Europe, North America. Some of them might not quite be out yet, but most of them are, I think, now. Cool, so where to start? So I think I'm gonna start with the new Idol Aura from Lancome. I was waiting for this to come out for ages. I was super excited about it because I am a fan of original Idol, which is a fresh jasmine rose pear, but good long-lasting white floral, rosy floral, but with this really fresh pear. The new one, Aura, Idol Aura, is quite different to the original. We have some warm vanilla in here, some salty notes. So it's much more like evening, perhaps a little bit sexy, a little bit more fun. But it still has that beautiful white floral undertone from the original. So you could definitely do original Idol during the day and then have this in the evening as a way to layer it and just make it a little bit more evening-y. The bottle is a sort of rose gold version of the original, but whereas the original had a flat base, which meant you couldn't stand it up, Aura, you can stand up. It has this circular base now. So I think that's a little improvement because people did complain that you had to lie it down flat. But it is a beautiful bottle, beautiful branding. The perfume shop at the moment are doing a free Idol water bottle with any 50ml purchase and above, which is a really cool rose gold bottle. So I'll leave the link to that. But yeah, I think this is probably my favorite release of the month. Or definitely one of my favorite release, and I just love the pink shininess of the bottle. I really love that leveled branding. So yeah, that's the first one. Next we have the new My Way Intense. So original My Way, which came out last year, is a jasmine tuberose, quite a fresh floral, but really almost like otherworldly floral. I really like original My Way. This new intense version is not dramatically different. It's just like a woodier version of the original. It's not super stronger either. So when I smell it now, I immediately smell the tuberose of the original. It's just slightly different with some slightly different notes in. So if you love the original, then you'll probably like this as well. Perhaps you could just get this for a bit of a change, mix it up. I don't think it's worth having both of them because they're sort of broadly similar, like 70% similar. It's just this is a bit more woody. So if you like your woody notes, then, and you like tuberose, then this is a great woody tuberose. It also looks very similar to the original. We just have a slightly pinker liquid and this blue base, so it looks a bit darker. And the packaging's the same except for this intense blue dot on the front. So very, very similar. I'm not sure if this was completely necessary just because it is so similar. There's nothing wrong with it. If this was the original Eau de Parfum, I would like it, but I'd love to see something a bit more different in the next My Way flanker release. Next we have the new Angel Nova Eau de Toilette. So Angel Nova, which came out last year, is a really, really refreshing, strong lychee with some rose undertones. So it's like a way more lychee version and less rosy version of the Lena. It's kind of similar to Caroline Herrera, Very Good Girl, this strong, strong lychee note. And it was an Eau de Parfum. This new one, the Eau de Toilette, the bottle is the same, but it's a lighter pink, whereas the original is a deep pink bottle. This is a very light baby pink bottle. And of course it's an Eau de Toilette, so it's lighter, but the fragrance is broadly the same. It's just a lighter lychee, and there's some sort of berry raspberry type vibe to it as well, which isn't really in the original. So it's just a bit fresher version of the original, lighter, more innocent. If you found the original too heavy, I know a lot of people find Thierry Mugler fragrances too much, too heavy. They are amazing for lasting. The Eau de Parfums in particular will last all day and you can smell them a mile away, but some people don't want that. So if you really want a lychee fragrance but you don't want the heaviness of original Nova, then this is your best option. If you do want a really strong lychee, then I'd say stick with original EDP. I do advise original Angel Nova EDP over Carolina Herrera Very Good Girl, just because it lasts longer and it's stronger. But Parfum de Marly de Lina is your strongest lychee, but it has so much rose in it, so you have to really want a heavy rose as well. So next up we have the new Valentino Volca Viva Intensa. So the original Volca Viva came out last year. Lady Gaga was the face of the fragrance, and it was a pretty white floral, orange blossom, bit of vanilla in, and lots of fresh bergamot. This new version, Intensa, I prefer to the original because it just gets straight down to business. They've used a bourbon vanilla rather than the original, just plain vanilla from the original, and it's much more dominant, so it feels a bit more interesting, a bit more sexy. It's that interesting Italian Lady Gaga lady walking into a bar at night. It's that kind of vibe. And then you've got a really pretty jasmine coming through, whereas it's the orange blossom, which is the main white floral in the original. The bottle again is pretty much the same, it's just a darker color red in the lid. But personally, I do prefer this to the original, and it is different to the original. It is a different fragrance. It's that bourbon vanilla really coming through, but it's not very sweet vanilla. It's a very warm, cozy vanilla. So I think this is going to be perfect for autumn, winter, for like cozy nights in, by that fireplace, cozy feeling. I really like it. So definitely worth a try if you like your cozy perfumes. We have the new Black Opium Extreme. This is effectively a more intense, stronger version of Black Opium Eau de Parfum, the original. It gets straight down to business in the sense that it just goes straight to that warm coffee note of the original. And the original has all these other like white florals in. It has some fresh, like citrus opening. That sort of isn't there. Instead, you've just going straight to like the coffee, vanilla, and deep floral vibes. So it really is just like a stronger version of the original. The original's pretty good for lasting, like it's a good fragrance, but if you did want something stronger or you just fancied a bit of a change, then the new Extreme one would be the stronger version. Black Opium Intense is not a stronger version of the original. That came out years ago, has the blue circle in the middle, and that one is actually an absinthe perfume. So you have coffee of the original, but it's all about this absinthe. So if you like the smell of absinthe, very unusual, then that's for you. But this is kind of what you'd expect from an intense version. It's just a stronger version of the original in my view, and it looks very similar. You just have this black center, and then the sparkly bottle has some silver sparkles in. We have a new one from Floral Street called Sunflower Pop. You might have seen my recent video. I went to visit their home pop-up. They have all these amazing home fragrances now. And I also checked out this new release, Sunflower Pop. This is actually a collab with the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. And this is probably my second favorite Floral Street perfume after Wonderland Peony, my favorite. It's basically a mandarin clementine orange. Really, really orangey, really, really refreshing, perfect for humid weather if you love your citruses. So orangey, I love it. If you love like your Atelier Cologne oranges, Acqua di Parma, Rancia de Capri, it's just like that. But these are vegan, cruelty free. Floral Street is a British brand that's based on Floral Street in Covent Garden here in London. Just really, really refreshing and orangey. I love that. Really, really happy and excited when I tried that. So definitely want to check out. They're sold in America as well at Sephora. Next we have the new Alien Goddess. This is a new limited edition which comes in this beautiful gold bottle. It doesn't actually smell anything like original Alien, which is a heavy jasmine. Instead, this is a vanilla perfume. So if you love your proper vanilla-y, you know, like a vanilla pod type fragrance, then this is definitely worth a try for you. The Mugler fragrances are amazing for lasting, and this is no exception. So you're getting a really warm vanilla. It's not as strong or as good for lasting as original Alien, which is probably one of the best lasting perfumes you can buy. It's insanely strong, but it is still good for lasting, and you get this really warm, cozy, but very, very vanilla-y feel. And unlike something like Volca Viva Intensa, which has other notes going on, instead, for me, really, this is all about that vanilla. It's like for a vanilla lover. If you like La Vie Belle, I think you'd like this. If you like your really vanilla-y fragrances, but it is a beautiful gold bottle. I know there are people that collect all the different limited editions, so want to check out if you like your vanillas. There is a new Givenchy Irresistible Eau de Toilette. So we got the Eau de Parfum last year, which is a really pretty, delicate fresh rose with loads of fresh pear. Really love it. One of my favorite releases from last year. It really grew on me, and now I own it. I wear it all the time. It's really, really pretty and really sparkling, like a rosé champagne. This Eau de Toilette version is much lighter, and it's more about the rose, really. So if you're a fan of roses and you're looking for something very light, this is very much an eau de toilette. It's not strong. You get a few hours out of it, but it's not heavy. Then give this one a try. Personally, I much prefer the original because it's an eau de parfum. It's got more about it. But if you are looking for something very subtle, very delicate, this one could be for you. I think this could be good for perhaps like a young teenager. You know, you want to get them something quite simple and pretty and innocent and not too heavy. It's that type of fragrance, just very, very subtle for people that like subtle fragrances. I know there are people out there just find most fragrances too overwhelming. So it's very light, but really pretty. Again, it looks very similar to the original. Packaging is the same, just as eau de toilette. And the bottle, the liquid is slightly more like pinker, lighter. The original is a bit more of a golden pink. Next, we have a new flanker in the Ralph Lauren Romance range of perfumes. These have been out for decades. Romance is a common wedding fragrance. A lot of people swear by it and love it, and it's their signature scent. This new surprise release is just called Romance Parfum, and it's a much stronger take on the fragrance. Comes in this bottle with this kind of silvery pink, like full bottle. You know, it's not transparent like the original, and it's a much heavier, deeper musky rose. It's also quite violety, so it kind of smells a bit like eyeshadow, that kind of makeup feel. There's also patchouli in here, which makes it stronger. It reminds me a bit of YSL Mon Paris Intensement. It's that stronger patchouli rose vibe. So probably more like of a modern feel than the original Romance, and a bit more heady and intenser and muskier. It has lasted really well on my skin. It is a strong parfum, lasts better than the original in my opinion, but I know fans of original Romance are loving this because it really lingers around. You can smell it on yourself. I think this will be a good release, even though totally unexpected for another flanker of Romance to come out in 2021. Next up, we have a new release from Misguided. Their fragrances come in these like drinks can shape, really unusual. I have done a video on their whole range. And this one called Real Babe is their first like gender neutral fragrance. And it definitely could be worn by men or women for sure. It has an amber musky mellow in it, tonka bean and jasmine, so it's quite warming, it's quite sexy. And you've also got a bit of pineapple in here as well, which you can smell, so it's quite fun. It's kind of like a cocktail, like a vanilla cocktail, porn style martini cocktail, like pineapple and warmy vanilla-y almost underneath. And it also lasts really well. It's lasted really well on me for hours and hours and hours. And considering how like affordable these are, like usually £25 maybe, I think these are really good value for money. If you haven't seen my video, I'll leave it linked down below. They have an oud one, which is like the most affordable oud I've ever come across. Very good value. But yeah, I like the sort of packaging and branding and the fact that this is gender neutral, very cool, and it is a good quality, long-lasting fragrance. And then lastly, we have a new one from Abercrombie and Fitch. This is called Naturally Fierce, and this is a really warm, cozy perfume. You've got quite a bit of coconut in here, which feels very cozy and warming. Some orange blossom, and then you have some quite tropical cactus type notes. So it does feel, with the coconut and the cactus notes, quite tropical, but in a very, very warm way. Like on a tropical island, something you'd wear for dinner, or like really cozy, snuggled up on the sofa. It kind of reminds me a bit of Ariana Grande's Cloud. And it's also pretty good for lasting as well. Coconut perfumes do tend to be really good for lasting. It's a good, strong ingredient. So definitely worth checking out if you are a coconut fan. And it's not really that similar to other Abercrombie fragrances, which have been quite fresh and light. This is definitely a bit more warmer and cozier and sexier and a bit cashmere-y and all about that coconut. So I really like this release from them, and the strength of it is really good. And again, very affordable. So a good affordable coconut one there. Cool, so those are all the new releases I've been able to get my hands on so far. I'm sure there are more coming out, so watch out for my next new release video. Let me know if you've tried any of these, which is your favorite new release. Let me know in the comments down below. But that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.